Hello, beautiful people. Big love to you. I hope you are finding peace today wherever you are. I am finding it right here on a very cold day, nearing winter solstice and walking through this park. I had some ideas I wanted to share about that whole manifesting your thoughts concept, and I wanted to talk a little bit more about it in the sense of how it can work and the principles of it. I think it's very easy to put aside the idea when you're not thinking in that framework of spirituality, and you're thinking that, it's a load of bullcrap, because how can I affect my reality around me just by my thoughts? And that is the idea. That whole your inner world reflects the outer world, and it affects the outer world. And all the great esotericism theories, as above, so below, as it is within, so it is without. It's a very common spiritual concept that is ancient, and is through majority of all the cultures, and it is a truth. I think there is some truth behind it. So I think where people get mixed up with that idea is, how can my thoughts affect reality? It's not true, because you can't just think things into existence. I can't just think about money and now I'm rich. I can't just think about my job and then I've got my job. So I wanted to sort of put it in a framework and give a good example of how it works. For instance, say you had a box of rubbish in your room and you wanted to get rid of it, right? So you sit there and you're like, I'm going to manifest that this rubbish is going to disappear. It's gone. There's no rubbish in my room. There's no rubbish. There's no rubbish bag. There's no rubbish in my room. It is gone. I'm one with the universe and one with myself. And the rubbish is not there. It doesn't exist, And then you realize that the rubbish is always there and it's not going anywhere, right? So that is like a common problem, I think, in thinking that way, that's what manifesting your thoughts is, but it's not that at all. So a way it would work is, you would be present, right? And you would be aware of the situation, that there's rubbish in your room. Now you can focus your thoughts on that, and through focusing your thoughts on it, the answer will come to you, right? You will get new information from being aware, reading the situation, surrendering to the moment. Surrender's part of this. You can't think you know it all. You have to surrender. And in doing so, you'll find that God, the universe, whatever, will give you your answer in that moment, because you are open and aware and surrendered to it. That's how it works. That's how the spiritual law, you could say, works. And from doing that, you have the thought, okay, this is how I get rid of the rubbish. I get rid of it by, if I just take it out and put it in the trash can. Now, you had that thought manifest in your mind. Now, it's only from doing that act of meditating on it, focusing your mind, getting that thought, you got the answer. And from there, you act from it. So you can't act on whatever it is without having the thought first. So the thought always comes first. You can't just act without having the thought. So that's how you get your answer. That's how you manifest and change your reality. It's one way you can change and manifest your reality. I'll say it's the main way. And that's kind of how it works, because, it's very powerful when you realize this, how every single action you have has a thought behind it and a belief, a focused thought and belief. You can even have them and not be aware of it. But it's that act of being aware, surrendering to the moment, being open for an answer, finding an answer, having the confidence, because doing that act gives you confidence, encourages you to do it, and it empowers you to do it. And then you do it. Then you act upon it. But you have to do that first. Get the idea to act upon it first, to have something to act upon. So that's where it comes from. So I just sort of wanted to talk about this because I don't think many people talk about it, but they do talk about manifesting your reality. It sounds really cool, and it's kind of true, and I think it's kind of misguided in the sense of focused thought in terms of, fantasy, like wizards and stuff, like I'm going to focus my mind and bend time, Anyway, so I hope that this found you well, this message, and big hugs and love to you all. Be kind to yourselves. Peace out.